And that deep shot there is pretty indicative of a pro game. You know, those guys are going to play. If they're not playing real short, they're going to play right in the 2 and the 3 zone and make you pay for a miss. Oh, my God, there's a miss like that.
Well, and it looks like there's no issue with that weight curling back too far. It should be fairly easy for him to block.
That looks pretty well covered.
Yes, indeed. Looks like he's going to shoot hard and try and pick it out.
Oh. It looks like Bobby's just following his alley that he just took right there to take that shot away from him so he can't improve on it.
Yep. Well, I don't know about this shot. All right.
Well, you know, Bobby's going to make another perfect cover. And it might be open on the left for Warren if Bobby doesn't make that cover, you know? Looked like it came in a little bit more than he wanted.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh. Oh, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, that's a nightmare start. Bobby is extremely tough to beat with the lead. He might very well throw this off and just pound weights. We'll see.
So, John, if
Unless there's a corner he can get to.
Right. Oh, short weight, though.
Yeah, not a bad play. Warren may very well try and bump this up. Yes, indeed. And we got action. Nice bump.
So this strategy here, John, might be something that some newer players aren't familiar with.
A lot of people who've been playing the game a long time are also not familiar with that. But
how would you? Why would Warren want to bump that weight up? What's the thought process there?
Well, now he's got a weight where he can pass it probably on either side. You want to get it down there where you can either pass the weight, or if you knock it, if you bump it all the way down to where it's a 2 or a 3, then you force them to cover it. But basically, when you're behind, the more weights that are on the board, the more opportunities you have. That right cross looks kind of slow from that end.
Yeah.
But still appears to be a pass shot there. So if he does get it in, there's not really going to be any kind of a combo for Bobby. Yeah, they're both struggling with the speed in that spot. Bumping a weight up like Warren did on his first one is not an easy shot, and he made such a great one.
Right. You'd hope he'd be able to capitalize on it.
Looks like he's going to come up empty on it.
And that's the danger of that play, is that you can end up lagging against 2 or 1. Looks a little heavy.
Yeah, after you shoot that right cross a couple of times, anytime you spam it into the rail like that, it's going to be faster than the crosses most of the time. So. At this point in time, Warren's hoping Bobby will stick a weight and give him a pass shot. Bobby shoots him firm as well as anybody, so not likely. There's a nice bump right there. All right, not bad. He's got an opportunity.
You win? You win?
Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning.
Hey, how are you this morning?
I'm good. I was lazing a little bit this morning, so
I heard it was a rough start to the morning.
I played last night and
Oh,
was plenty
Okay.
bad last night.
okay. Okay, well, James had been sitting over here. We were looking for,
Okay.
welcome back to the booth. I had so much fun doing this with you last year.
Enjoyed this very much. So I guess we have a good match here of Bobby V and Warren.
Yeah, it didn't get off to the start that
Oh,
Warren was
Yankees.
hoping for. He missed a weight early and kind of catch you up here. Bobby didn't get it completely covered, but he hit the back weight and chipped it into a 2. And Bobby hit a 3 up there already and gave up a big frame. And so, yeah, tough start for Warren. I kind of commented before the match started that he beat Ty Bain in the match right before this, and them knowing each other since childhood and probably competing at everything from marbles to tiddlywinks to shuffleboard. That's probably a tough match. Emotionally, I wonder sometimes he drains the tank a little bit to play against somebody like that.
Absolutely.
And maybe you don't get off to the start that you want to from a emotional, mental standpoint. Maybe you're not quite as ready for the next game.
I agree.
But, oh boy.
Got a miss there.
But this is Bobby's first match of the day, so as you know, that's giving up a little bit of an advantage to someone who's got a match under their belt and you're starting out cold. But yeah, Bobby doesn't miss many weights, so that's always surprising. It does look to me like the boards have flattened out just a little bit. So is that kind of your take on it, having played?
A little bit. Yesterday, this one in particular really seemed like it was breaking pretty to one direction, but it might look like it has flattened out a little bit. Yesterday, that board, everything from this end was going to the right, from left to right. So
that rail might be a little flatter than the other one anyway.
Without a doubt. The speed of the boards is playing very, very well. As you can see, the lagging is been very good. Warren just threw a 3 out there, getting a little bit into this game.
Much needed. It looked like from the other end that they were both struggling with the right cross, which kind of looked like it was a little draggy.
That probably can be hit from the left. As I mentioned, the board is pulling pretty good, so it really gives a little bit of an advantage. Yeah. Now Warren can bury a weight right here, which I'm sure he's going to try.
Yeah, based on his aggressiveness and the score.
Right.
Yep.
Warren definitely not afraid to go around a weight. Now that hung out a little bit more than I expected it to.
Which, kind of ties in with what you're saying, that the board leans that way a little more than the other.
If he doesn't blast that weight down that rail, he could actually hit that weight.
Yeah, I'm not surprised he's lagging there, or trying to lag. He's such a great lagger to begin with, but I'm sure that missing that weight the previous frame down that rail
Yeah.
Probably was the only thing that kept him from firing at that time.
Yeah, scoring 2 there. Surprised he didn't go after that. Oh, wow. Now this is a different Bobby than normal.
Yeah, very, very unusual.
Very, very different look from Bobby. He doesn't hardly ever go around a weight when he's ahead, or play into. This would be Warren's favorite game in the world, to go around weights. Nice stick there by Warren. Bobby's just going to try and stick it back, but doesn't.
I'm wondering if that wasn't just Bobby testing out the speed a little bit, because they had both thrown that right cross and come up short a couple of times. Maybe it was sort of a practice lag, and the weight he passed was shallow enough that he didn't think he could get in a bunch of trouble.
Yeah, showing a little bit of frustration from that short lag the frame before. I try and stick here and roll a little bit, but a little bit too much roll. Interesting that they both tried to go around that weight, both are on the rail side and on the inside of the weight, and neither one really hides very well.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that last weight of Warren's was, because it didn't really take away any place that Bobby was probably going to lag. Bobby doesn't really lag up the middle much.
Wow, look at this.
Oh, my.
Now that is very surprising.
Is there any kind of a difference in speed on this? I mean, all boards are a little faster from one end than the other, but
I haven't really noticed it on that board. You notice it when you're playing, particularly board 12 has it, but I haven't seen it in board 11 very much.
Looks like he's going to pass it again.
Nope. He's going to hit that weight.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Bobby's thinking here, I better go ahead and score.
Why did I pass that way last time?
What was I thinking? And I'm going to go ahead and score here. Wow. And the board helps you right there to hit that weight, actually. Nice cover weight there. See if, as we saw a second ago.
He's got to be trying the double, I would think.
Yeah, and that rail is really nice. Like we saw earlier, it almost allows you to go down it too easily. Sure, Bobby's just going to cover again. Would love to have that weight working when he lags.
Yeah, I think he'd be well short of it and way across. No.
He actually left it open.
I'm wondering if the board leans a little bit that way, if it's stickable, or if he's got a chance he might dump it.
Oh.
That's
one of the potential problems when a board leans a little bit that way. You throw it over there to try and get the side of it and go a little bit too far.
Yeah, and Bobby shoots with slow weights also, so you definitely have to be very careful when you're trying a shot like that.
Yeah. Bobby being one of the last people to play with Triple Crowns.
Yes.
He's laughing at me. He just called himself a dinosaur. The players can hear us. I think they try to ignore us, but they can actually hear us up here talking about them. So.
Yeah, we don't really have one of those soundproof booths up there. I'm glad that I'm not playing in the event, because I know some of the other people who've done commentary are doing commentary in a match where maybe they're going to play that person later in the tournament. And,
yeah, when me and Mark Gray were sitting up here yesterday, he was going to play the winner of the board beside us here on board 12, and he was pretty excited to get here and be able to watch the whole game. So.
Yeah, there's that. You know, you would certainly want to choose your words carefully and not say anything that might motivate the opponent for the next game.
Absolutely.
So Bobby's missed 2 weights this game. That's like a month's worth
That is.
of misses for him.
That is. I think
Now,
he went
he
up
is
that
a
rail
guy-
again, right?
Well, no, he went right-handed at it.
Ah.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm multitasking here, and I'm not 100% sure. But that'll certainly make up for it.
Yep. Warren's sure hoping that weight would come out a little bit so he could go around them both.
Well,
but
the fact that it. Oh, okay. I thought he might go on the other side.
he hasn't had any luck getting on that side right there.
It's been more of a matter of not pushing it hard enough on the right cross.
But nice lag.
Oh, okay.
We're totally
I-
off on our number of weights we've
Yeah.
thrown. We totally missed that entire frame up.
Pretty much. Yeah, it appears as though they only had 4 weights apiece that frame.
Yes. So Bobby's just probably going to blast a couple weights here. Wants to get on
Yeah, you
14.
would certainly think so.
Oh, wow. I don't think Bobby wanted to stick that weight.
No, but by the same token, you know, you don't really need to gamble on this frame if you get a little feel for your stroke. I mean, for me, this is a classic. If you lag a 3 and they don't get out,
Yeah.
you get a chance to lag another 3, and there you go.
Absolutely. Now here, Bobby just wants to throw a short weight to try and block that cross, keep him from being able to go in there.
Yeah,
See
not
if-
a bad play.
Not at all. See if Warren goes ahead and tries to do a safety shot, or no, he's going to go ahead and try and go in again. I don't think that weight will go in there. I think that's about the best you can get that weight to go in there, really. Okay, Warren tells
Okay.
me it will go in farther. A very nice shot with Bobby there. That short weight's in the way a little bit for
Yeah,
Warren.
I might have bailed out on that
on the third shot.
on that
That's
previous, just to make sure I had a little room to lag.
I was surprised about that too. Yeah. Okay, end of that game. They'll clear the board,
Okay.
and we'll start again.